This is a day that the Lord has made. Hey everyone, welcome to my live stream. How are you doing on this Saturday night? I attempted to wear this shirt again that is tight, but we're okay from here up. Yep, Saturday night. Here we are. Hey! You like this? Thank you. My brother gave it to me, but it's snug, so we're just wearing it for YouTube live. It is going. I was watching a series. I think it's called Ginny in Georgia. It's the newest season that posted to Netflix. And then I was like, I need to go live and have some kind of fun. I filled up my water bottle with my ice cubes. I'm finishing up my tea. It's sweet tea, but I put it in a coffee cup because I couldn't find my other cup, but then I did. One for water. Oh, it's shaped like a light bulb. Is that what you're saying? I think I've seen those. Yeah, usually every summer I get myself a different kind of container for water. And I was like, this year I'm going with clear. And I don't care if it's from Dollar Tree. I was actually I don't have a Stanley cup because I think those cost too much. But I had bought myself like the Walmart brand. They're your pimp cups. So I got my like like a Stanley water Walmart version. And then I was like, this is too big. So then I got me a smaller one. I think I got the smaller one last year, the bigger one 2 years ago. And then I had one previously that's even smaller. And it's actually my favorite. But my favorite color is pink and the other one is purple. So I'm weird. A water bottle. Yes. I just have to have something that looks cute to drink water out of. Oh goodness, you've got a whole bunch, huh? I did declutter a lot of my water bottles. You know how you go places and they give you, what is it called? They give you a free water bottle that has their logo and stuff. I had a whole bunch of those from previous places I worked and just from like my son's previous schools and whatnot. And so I decluttered them, and I'm like, I'm only getting what I want. And this is from Dollar Tree. This is this year's water bottle. The water bottle of the season. Oh, also one that's the shape of a camera. That's interesting. The best gift basket I won, which I use that cup a lot. It was a set of two plastic mason looking cups. And it came with a little sign, which I can't remember what it said, but I ended up decluttering the sign eventually. And it came in a really nice basket. Yes, they do. The Dollar Trees have different stuff. But I know that those cups that I had in a gift basket won them. They came from Kohl's. It was really nice. I won it in a raffle that I didn't even pay for. It was a free ticket that I had. And that was like the best raffle gift that I can think of that I won because it was free. I can go crazy in a Dollar Tree and I really have to restrain myself. Because I ended up with so much clutter in the past few years, and I said no more. Anyways, what's up with everybody else? It's Saturday night and I am home. T-Rex is back. I remember you this time. Oh, thank you. That's because yesterday I didn't have makeup on. Today I do have a little bit of makeup. Bombastic says she gets headphones and pens and batteries from Dollar Tree. Yes, I like to get the batteries, but it's a certain brand and I have not seen them there. It's like Panasonic or something. My Dollar Tree has not had them. Every now and then I like to get a nice pen, but not too often. I like to get seasonings from there. The solar lights. Kind of what you saw in my last haul. All right, see ya, T-Rex. What else do I buy? Every now and then I buy snacks. Oh, you were telling me about that $5. I do like to get air freshener for my vehicles too. Everything I buy, it's something that's gonna get used right away. I already told myself that. Let's see. When I first moved here in this home, that was really the first time I got into DIY stuff. So I was looking at DIY YouTubers. Oh my gosh, I looked at so many. And so I did a lot of DIY decor for this house. And about 3 to 6 months ago, I finally went through all of my craft supplies and DIY supplies and I just decluttered a lot. Because it was like leftover pieces for my DIY stuff. I'm like, why am I holding on to this? One of these days I might share my DIYs, like all of them. I don't know what my style is, but this is what I'm thinking. Okay, this is what I think it is. It's I don't know why either, but I went with, it's kind of like this color, teal-ish is the main color. And I want to call it, this is what I've called it, Mexican farmhouse. Hey, Lively Cuts. You know what? I cleaned a little, but not really. I actually recorded from my children's book. I did a lot of that today. Yeah, I'm going to call my look Mexican farmhouse. I have a round kitchen table that's like dark colored wood on top with white legs. And then I found recently a round dining area, like coffee table, that kind of looks like the dining table. They match. Um, I went to Home Goods for my second or third time and found a really nice Mexican pottery for plants. I was like, oh, that'll be perfect because it has the teal in it. And I have a plant actually. It's just the process. I don't really like spending money. You wanted teal colored eyes? No, I don't sell crafts. So it sounds like Lively Cuts was cleaning today. I don't know. I get into phases of creating things, and sometimes people tell me you should sell that, and I'm like, I'm not passionate about it to sell it. I'm like, I just created this for me. This is limited edition. Ever since I was a little kid, I would get creative and make things just for like my parents or myself, but I never sold anything. Okay, Mr. Roblox. Okay, Bombastic, when I was a senior, I had colored contacts. I always wanted green eyes. So I had a green pair, but the pair that I got the most, what do you call it, compliments was a gray pair. And it would change depending, like the reflection of whatever I was wearing, it would change. So sometimes if I had teal, they would look teal. If I had black, they would definitely look gray. If I had green, they would pull green. And I basically wore those gray colored for like 2 years. And then I was like, or maybe longer, maybe about 3 to 4 years, I was into the phase of having colored contacts. But then I got my first office job where my eyes were always on the computer, and after that, my eyes were cooked. I'm gonna use that term. I couldn't wear contacts anymore after just being stuck to a computer screen all day long. That really sucked. I'll wear contacts for a few hours, and that's as far as I can do. Yeah, I also went through the phase of having like highlights when I had those contacts. They were like caramel highlights because blonde, I could not pass off blonde highlights with my skin tone. Oh, so you do have hazel colored eyes and they change. They change with your mood. That is interesting. Oh, that's cool. I was hoping my son would have colored eyes because his dad has colored eyes. Hello, Juan. How are you? But my son he has brown eyes. It's just a lighter shade than mine. Lighter brown shade. Oh, thank you, Juan. Growing up, well, I had hand me downs. I had clothes that my mom would make for me. I had secondhand, like we'd go yard selling or to secondhand stores a lot. That's what I would wear a lot. I think Once I was in fourth grade, my mother discovered like outlet stores, and that's when I would start to get to wear new clothes. And I think that's why I was so eager to make my own money to start buying my own school clothes. So the summer I was 14, I started working out in the fields where you pull weeds, and yeah, I started buying my own clothes since then. It was always modest though, modest. I was not about to walk out with short shorts or nothing like that. I don't remember you, Mr. Roblox. You think my son reminds you of a country cowboy? What makes you say that, Bombastic? Mm. So then when I did start making my own money, I don't know if you guys remember that store, Miller's Outpost. Or was it just popular in Arizona? But that's where I went to shop. It was the popular place. Sometimes he does have some boots, and he does have like, what are they called? Ariat jeans, which I think is country styled, but he's not a cowboy at all. I think I finally did hear him play a few country songs, but he's more into Mexican music or awful rap type music. Mr. Roblox comes back each stream. Drago is here. Did anybody have a Miller's Outpost in your teenage years? Do you recall that store? Yeah, I was so excited because I had my first pair of like brand name shoes when I was in fourth grade, and they were LA Gear. Do you guys remember LA Gear? Before that, I was wearing the cheapest shoes. Um, I don't know, like Payless type shoes. Oh, that sounds like that was good, Bombastic. Skirts. Um, okay, now that I'm older, I wear a long skirt or a long dress. But I wore skirts sometimes in high school. But you had pink LA Gear. I remember I had this cool. Okay, so my first pair was a low top. My second pair, I believe I was in fifth or sixth grade. They were so cool, and I wish they still had them because I would go buy me another pair. They came with the license plate because it had like fins on the side of the shoe. It was a white pair. I'm like, oh man, if only I would have taken really good care because I think I'm still that same size that I was at the time, the shoe size. I would still be wearing them, you guys. That was my most favorite pair of shoes was those LA Gears with the fins. They were a little high top. I don't know where the girl actually lively. I don't know if girls wear skirts anymore, but I do see them wear. Do they wear dresses? I'm talking like my son's age. I think they just wear tiny shorts and tiny tops. Omar is here. How are you doing? Okay, I think I had that same pair of Boombastic. Yeah, they were my favorite. And then I remember my brother had the boy version, which he had red and black. I don't either, Lively, and I'm so glad I do not have a daughter because she would probably be very upset with the dress code that I would allow. I, one time did see my cousin. Um, she's my first cousin, but she's like a year older than my son. And she was at a football game, and she came to say hi to me. I'm like, did you forget your clothes at home? Because she had on tiny shorts and a really tiny top. Okay. Boombastic says, when I love my Punky Brewster high top shoes. I don't remember Punky Brewster. Okay, so this is another funny thing, okay? My mom had a Jane Fonda VHS workout video, which I think, I don't know if I kept it or if it stayed at her house because I would use it a lot. They all had those LA Gear Fin high top shoes in that particular workout video. I was like, oh, how cool. Punky Brewster shorts. Not long in from work bus. Somebody asked what is LA Gear. I don't know if they're still here, but it was a name brand of shoes, and I remember I had a shirt that had LA Gear symbol on it. It was the brand back then. Before, I don't even know if Nike was around, but it was very popular, I think. They still make them, but they're not, because I did search it up. They're not very cute anymore. Yes, Omar, we've been wondering where you're at and how you are. My mom had that workout video too. That was, oh, I couldn't do with that one. Yeah. He says, Omar Plumber says he's never heard that he was missed. You have been missed. Oh, and then remember the bracelets, the rubber bracelets, and you'd have a whole bunch of colors, and you could intertwine them and wear a whole bunch at the same time. And the jelly sandals. Oh my goodness. I had a pair of jelly sandals. I didn't get a new pair. And let me tell you, I wore those jelly sandals out. My toes were poking out and everything. He was traumatizing. Talking about Richard Simmons. Oh, and then the shoes. I think they're called Dr. Scholl's. That was like a wood shoe that had a buckle. I remember I had a pair of those. I wore them even when I outgrew them. I was still wearing them. And then I. We were talking about pagers yesterday, Lively Cuts. I forgot to go look for mine. Um, I would say about 10 years ago, I did come across a pair of Dr. Scholl's sandals. I think I bought them used and I wore those out. Okay, so bombastic like the bracelets, but not the jelly sandals. Can anyone say what's written on her shirt? Not like us. You're talking about my shirt, right? Not like us. My brother is a Dodger, LA Dodger. How do they say it? Doyer fan. And his girlfriend got this for him, but he said he couldn't fit it, so he gave it to me. It's a little bit snug for me, but what are you saying, Omar? Don't try it. What? There's a super chat. I believe you can do the super chat. What is Omar telling me not to try it? Oh yeah, the old days were good times. You did have jelly sandals, okay? What else? What else can we talk about? What else is from the old times? Oh, okay, so I had a land phone, right? When we were growing up. And I remember I bought this clear looking phone and it would light up when it was ringing. Oh, that was my favorite. And I was allowed to put it in my room. As a teenager. Okay, Omar says, I've insulted my own intelligence. I forget I said anyone. Hello, Abigail. The bright light. The bright light. Okay, I have another thing. Abigail will have one less dog tomorrow. There was a trend where you would have the leggings and they were biker shorts or like leggings with lace on the bottom. Those were my favorite. I would wear them underneath like a loose short and then I would wear that legging, or I would wear them under a long t-shirt or something like that. Sometimes I try to find the old, like the styles from back then. Every now and then I'm like, I would love to have that again. Omar's confused. Omar, I'm good. I'm happy. I was so worried about this morning when I did my Proverbs 31 woman live stream. I was worried. And I know I put up a message letting people know that that was only for women, but somehow we had two men get into the chat. But oh well, did the best I could. Is a topic about back in time. Yes. See, I was thinking you would wear your bike with shorts with your LA Gear shirt. Biker shorts with your LA Gear shirt. Yeah, because also, do you remember they had the shiny biker shorts? I remember I had a purple pair. Yeah, I do remember wearing my LA Gear shirt with those two. Abigail says we have to go put him down. Lively Kid says, have you seen any good movies lately? I did. I don't know if when the last time you were here, but I did see Thunderbolts on Mother's Day. That was good. It wasn't, I mean, it wasn't the best Marvel movie, but it was good. I did go this past week. I went again to the theater and I watched the Karate Legends. That was a good movie. Um, I'm waiting to go and watch that movie, The Blind, and I don't know if it already aired, but I would really like to watch that with the Robertson family. I'm looking to see what movies are out. You guys. Okay. Um, my brother, whenever I watch movies, usually I watch them at my brother's house. Like if I don't go to the theater, I usually watch them at his house. Yes, it's a good movie. I did watch The Accountant too. That was a really good movie. You guys, I was like, I fell in love with one of the characters. Not the actor himself, but the character. I was like, oh my. There was something about that character that I was like thinking I would want my future husband to have some of those characteristics. Oh goodness. Let me see if there's any other movies. I kind of want to watch The Last Rodeo because I am into cowboys. Cowboys drive me crazy. Maybe I need to go to a real rodeo. They don't really have them often here. Um, yeah. 28 weeks later. What is that about? I don't think I've seen the previews for that. Are you guys are being quiet? What's going on? What's going on? It's like a oh, it's about zombie apocalypse. I would want to watch that too then. There was a preview we did see in the theater and it was like, "Oh, I want to watch that, but now I can't think." Oh, let me see if it shows me upcoming movies as well. Um, where can I see? Coming soon. Oh, 28 years later. It's like the second movie on coming soon. I wanted to see How to Train Your Dragon. It looks like a new Despicable Me is coming. I want to watch that. Mm, there's really not a lot of good movies. Hello, Tony. How are you? How was your day? I'm looking at movies that I want to see. I want to watch the new Superman that's coming out. Looks like it's coming out next month. Oh, goodness. We were talking about back in the day, like the styles and trends. We were talking about LA gear and the plastic bracelets, and I don't know. I really can't remember what the guys' styles were. Oh, that's cool. You checked out a new mall and you got things done. That's good. Oh, goodness. Now I'm stuck looking at movies here. Oh, I want to watch The Bad Guys too. That's like an animated movie. Okay, let me get off of there because I will just stay there. Yeah, where did everybody go? I guess I lost everybody there. Oh my goodness. I can't. I really couldn't enjoy Saturday thinking about work. I don't like that either. It's gonna get crazy. It's gonna be interesting. Anyone with the name toilet in their thing is not welcomed here. Boombastic went to the lake. Oh, that's so cool. You really enjoy going to the lake. Because that's just so immature to have the name toilet in your name. Really immature. I asked my son if he wanted to go hiking. He didn't want to. Oh, yes, that would be so cool. Felix, how are you? It's good to see you, Felix. I'm doing all right. It's Saturday. Got the day off. I'm glad you're doing good. How is the weather over there where you're at? Like for the month for summer? How is the weather? I'm trying to take off the rest of my gel The purple nail polish, Felix. I'm trying to take the rest of it off. We've had a couple tornadoes. Really? Oh no. But is that normal for the time of year? Another day, another dollar. Oh, that's not. That's good. Yeah, I try to be aware of the. Now that I know people, my YouTube people, I try to pay attention to the weather to see like what's going on where everybody lives. Yep. I think I finally got there's a little piece. And then you don't want to tear it off and mess up your nail. So there's just a little tiny piece that is stubborn to come off, but I'm not. I actually painted over them. This is the first time I painted over my gel nail polish. Yeah, I'm gonna just let that piece fall off on its own. So, did anybody do anything exciting today? Oh, you guys want to know what I did today? It's kind of exciting. Um, it was out of the normal, out of the usual. Felix says when I pass the nail place in Walmart, I say in an accent, "A boyfriend pay for gel? No, he in jail." Oh goodness! You're talking about like the Chinese accent. I bet. Okay, Bombastic says we're just having 100 degrees weather. I'm trying to think if anyone ever paid for my manicure. Um, oh, the guy that I used to date, like we'd go out on Sundays. He did give me a gift certificate to get my nails done. But that's the only time my boyfriend paid. He wasn't even my boyfriend though. Somebody paid for my manicure. That was really nice. I know. And Felix, I've never told you this, I don't think, but you're the only guy I think is cool that has polishes your nails. You're probably the only guy though, to be honest, that I know that polishes their nails. Yeah, I think we also had 100-degree weather. T-Mill, there is one. I don't know if you want to call it nice, but it's in Scottsdale. It's kind of like where the rich people go to. Um, they live in the Scottsdale area here in Arizona, and they have the stores, all the expensive stores like Louis Vuitton, Coach. I don't even know the names of them, okay, because I don't shop there, but they're very expensive. And it has different levels, and it's so weird the way it's designed. But because I think because of its very open concept, and you can see the sky, it's always hot in there. You know, they can't cool it. It's just so big, and then they have the sun coming through. So it's not the greatest experience, but they do have all that expensive stuff. Um, I usually go to the Chandler Fashion Mall. So this Scottsdale is indoor. Chandler is indoor. It's two levels only. Um, I like it there. But the mall, there are outside malls. How do you call that? You know, you have to walk. You come out of the store, you walk to the next. There's one in Tempe that I really like, but that's called Tempe Marketplace. It's kind of like a mall. It's really nice at Christmas time. They're the ones that have the Dave and Buster's where they have the music every Friday and Saturday. Felix bought a neck fan off of Timu. It works well, but you can't hear anything. So it's very loud. Is that what you're saying? Then there's another mall that is also out, like you have to walk in and out of the stores, but it's not that great. And every mall I'm talking about, you best believe they got a Harkins theater. You've never heard of Dave and Buster's? Okay, Dave and Buster's is like an arcade. And then they have a bar, they have wings and pizza. And I believe they have like an adult section. It's upstairs on the roof. I've never made it to the roof because I usually go with my child, but it looks fun with music and all that. Yes, Felix knows. So I don't know if that's nice, T Mill. I'm asking because I really want you to meet someone. Oh, the mall is where you would find someone? Oh, I really want to meet someone too. I don't know. I just don't have any luck. Just go to Walmart. I need to go to Walmart. If I go every day, I increase my likelihood of running into somebody, right? I just need to do it. Seriously. Get my steps in, get out of the house, and maybe run into my future husband. Yeah, I gotta try. Is my mascara? What is that? A hobby club? Give me an example. The hardware store too. Um, but we know how you like to dance, Vanessa. Okay, I've not been to many clubs in my lifetime, and I actually feel very out of place when I did go to a club. It was out of my comfort zone. You know, it would be so nice to have a walking club, and I was thinking of starting my own because there aren't any here. I was thinking about starting a walking club, but I don't know. Yep, I got to get my steps in. As a matter of fact, I probably did not get my steps in today because I really didn't do much. Don't stop me. Get it, get it. Thanks for hanging out with us, Felix. Yeah, you have a good one as well. Hope to see you soon. Oh, goodness. Um, there's a few people here. All right, who is here? I think Felix, well, he's gone now, but T Mill, are you still here? Boombastic, are you still here? All right, so kind of wanted to tell you guys what I did today. That was unusual. But I don't know who's here. Who am I talking to? Hey, lady, how are you? Excuse me. I'm doing all right myself, too. Another Saturday at home. Would you eat chocolate chip cookie cinnamon rolls? No, Lady Sky. Okay, cinnamon rolls are good enough alone. And then if you add chocolate chip, that's gonna be like, I don't know, too sweet or something. So I like pancakes, okay? My son likes chocolate chip pancakes. That kind of made me think of it, and I'm not crazy. I just want a plain pancake. I don't want the chocolate chips added. I like a cinnamon roll. I don't want chocolate chips added. Oh, it has a nasty taste. It looked nasty. Omar Zaman, he says don't. Omar Zaman, what is your favorite sweet? Like your favorite dessert? I think he said it before, but I want to hear again. Are you the one that said you like the red velvet cake? Because we were talking about this the other day. Cheesecake brownies. I'm imagining a cheesecake brownie. Is it like mixed together or is it one layer of cheesecake and one layer of brownie? Oh, pecan pie. I'm like, what did Omar just type? But I think it's pecan pie. I yesterday I left saying I was gonna have me some cake, but I didn't. And I did not have cake today. I'm going to save it for my son's birthday. That's when I'll get my cake. My cake in. Oh, okay. That sounds like it'll be interesting. Have you ever had that before, Lady Sky, or will that be the first time you're making it? Lady, it seems like you like to bake sweets a lot. So, what is your favorite? Like, what are you known for making? Does that make sense? Oh, you have before. Omar Zaman, how are you doing? That's what it sounds like to me, too, lady. That you're known for making very rich sweets. You know what I want to make? I want to make fudge. And apparently, it's easy if you have condensed milk, chocolate chips, and I think butter. But then you have to let it set for like 2 to 4 hours. So if I make that, I'm going to have to make it early in the day. But it's been on my mind for about 2 weeks now. I just haven't done it. Never made a Swiss roll cake, and I saw a Facebook reel video a few says on how to make it a few days ago. Oh, speaking of a roll, have you ever made the pumpkin roll, or are you a fan of pumpkin? I've never made it, but I did see somebody make it before. I'm the same as I was earlier. Abigail, how are you? Oh, goodness. You forgot you were here, huh? You, Abigail says she's tired and wants out of the hospital. Lady says the only pumpkin I drink is the pumpkin spice latte at Starbucks. During the fall time, but no. What you doing, babe? I made some chicken wings. And there's some fries over there, and then I cut up some carrots and cucumbers for you. You're tired? You just woke? Oh my goodness. I like pumpkin sometimes. Just a little. A little tiny bit of pumpkin is enough for me. It's actually a really filling, very filling. Like, you don't like fish either, but fish is really filling. Like a little piece of fish will fill you up. Just like a little bit of pumpkin will fill you up. I wonder why that is. Um, I think he looks like me. He has, I think he has my eyes. He's got big brown eyes. He has, pretty sure he has, I don't know, he has like a hybrid nose between my nose and his dad. He has big lips. He's got dimples. He does have his dad's chin though. He's got like a cute, those cute chins that I wish I had. A dimple on the chin. Oh goodness. The Asher says, "Hey Vanessa, happy Friday. I'm doing good." Wait a minute. It's Saturday. Astro, you're confusing me. They had a TV show, Calf. Yeah. I was like, wait a minute. I had to look at my phone. So my son is lighter complected than me. He has brown eyes, but they're like a lighter shade of brown than mine. He's a cutie. What did you say, Omar? They had a TV show, Calf. Um. Yeah, and then his stature, like his body's more like his dad. He walks like his dad and everything. I'm like, oh my goodness. I bust up laughing. I'm like, oh, that's definitely his dad's walk. Yeah, he's my little cutie. I think I showed you guys a picture of him. Wow, Astro, that is so fun. That is awesome. I'm gonna see if I have a picture. Let's see what I got here. He doesn't really like taking pictures, so it's rare for me to have a picture. um, say a little bit louder. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, that's not a good picture. Why do I have that picture of him? Okay, there's my boy right there. He's in here. He doesn't wear glasses. Those are fake glasses. But it was. He likes to wear them. He doesn't like to smile either, so you can't see his dimples. But um, Lady Sky, I really don't talk to his dad. We text, very little texting. Like sometimes if my son doesn't answer, he's like, "What's going on? How is he? I'm trying to get a hold of him." The only time I may talk to him is to schedule the visit. He goes at Christmas time and he goes in the summer. And he hasn't called me this summer. The dad hasn't, so apparently him and my son figured out the schedule without me. He is jacked. What does that mean, Astro? Yeah, I think I have. I try my best, lady. Thank you. Oh yeah, he is Astro. He's injured right now, but I think he's still lifting a lot. And he gets like they do the top lifters in his weightlifting class, and he's up there for every single like category in the top, like top 5. Yeah, he's my baby, and he's gonna be 17 soon. I only have one more year before he decides. He may decide as soon as he turns 18 to move out, and I'm going to pray and wish him well. I'm not gonna try to keep him here, but I can't believe it. Can't believe it. Yeah, he was so nice. Last weekend, I went to work at midnight because I needed to see if someone turned in their keys, by the end of the month. And he heard me saying that. He's like, "Mom, I'm going with you." He didn't want me to go by myself. He's a good kid. This month, lady, I won't say exactly his birthday, but it's this month. Um, what was I gonna say? Yeah, he's a good kid. He's here at home. He's not out. On a Saturday at 8 o'clock, he's home. But Lady Sky, I might have to see his dad this summer. It's when was the last time I did see him? The last time I did see him was um, early last year. But I think my son is flying to him, and then they're driving back to Arizona, and he's going to hang out here because my son's father, I mean, he lived in Arizona most of his life. So he hangs out with here for a little while to visit people, I guess. Astro's in November. Lady says June child. Yep. Thank you, lady. Yeah, so I have a feeling I'm going to have to talk to his dad, or I'll see him. I'll see him very soon. Boombastic has her big red soda. Where do you get your big red soda, Boombastic? I never pay attention to, the different flavors. I just pay attention to the one I buy. My son's name? Mm. Sometimes I try to keep it from you guys, but there's been times that I just shout it out. His name is Emiliano. Emiliano. Oh, you go to HEB. That has been around for a long time, hasn't it, Boombastic? Because when I was in the Selena fan club and I was going through my box the other day of all my Selena stuff, I noticed that her fan club magazine, the back page was sponsored by HEB. No, he doesn't, lady. So I'm trying to ask him, like, can we at least have a dinner and you be happy and okay with it? He gets upset when I have a dinner, and it's just a really small dinner, a few people. And I usually get his favorite food or make his favorite food and have cake. But I'm not sure what I'm going to do this year. Oh, cool. Yes, Astro. So the my son's name, people find it difficult to pronounce it, so they have called him every which thing. He's got a whole bunch of like um, different ways that people say it, and I'm like, son, does that bother you? He's like, no, I don't care. When my son was younger, though, I used to really celebrate big every year, and then it kind of after my mom passed, I couldn't celebrate like I used to. It just was so different. But I have had Astro. It starts with an E, but yes, I've had his swimming pool at the local swimming pool. So we've had pool parties, and I had to rent it out, way in advance. So we did that a few times, and he had fun. Carlos, his middle name. I'm not gonna say his middle name, but it's Mexican. I will say that though. Bombastic was eating. That's why you were quiet. You know what? I thought my son's name was not very common, but I did go to when I was at my friend's daughter's graduation. There was two others with his name. No, it's not Carlos. It's actually a very short name because I was like, that's a long name. Me and his dad, we compromised on that name because I wanted to name him something else. I wanted to name him Emilio. And his dad's like, what about Emiliano? So I was like, okay, I'm fine with that because it sounds the same. So then I'm like, well, that's a really long name. So I gave him a very short name. It's not Jose. Uh-uh. Asher says, I'll try my best not to say his name when the chat is crowded. Thank you. He did get a personalized plate that somewhat has his name in it. So I'm like, it's cool. I'm surprised nobody had that name already. Did you put your plate on your vehicle yet? I know, but you should still have it on. Yeah, I just referred to him as my son. Okay, so since I know plenty of you are here, I'm going to tell you guys what I did today. And I have not done this in a long time. I was sitting in my living area working on my YouTube channel. And so I'm like very focused, right? It's quiet, and all of a sudden I start hearing outside noise. And I'm like, what is going on? So I got up, opened my front door. Right across the street, that's like the third or fourth disturbance since they've lived there. There's yelling going on. And so I called the police. I said, listen, these people are always having, I mean, quite often, they just cause a problem. And I'm tired of it. I said, they have a little boy who has to go through all that. And they're asking all kinds of questions like, what did you hear? How long did it last? When was the last time you heard them? I'm like, just get over here, please. um, so as we were talking, the lady slammed the door, went inside, so then it was quiet. And I'm so glad that when the police did pull up, and they came pretty quick, the lady was back outside, so you could see them kind of having confrontation. And they were out there for a long time. I don't know exactly what they were telling the police officer, but the police officers were there for a good 10-15 minutes. And they drove off, and then they weren't loud after that, so that was good. Yes, it's the same place where the lady was sitting at the garage acting weird. The same place where that same lady was fighting with the the house person and threw her stuff on the ground and took off. The same place that there was a fight between the people that actually lived there, and the little boy was screaming and yelling like so loud. That was the first time they ever had a problem that I know of. But it's like I can't take that no more. I'm not dealing with it anymore. I was like, once, okay, maybe this is a once in a while, like once in a blue moon thing. But then it happened again. They let the wrong people come to their house. That's what I've noticed. After that first time, the problem was with their guests. I was like, I don't, that's just not cool for that little boy. And if they're not going to protect him, then I need to call the police. I don't want to live around drama. Yeah, I don't either. And the problem is that house gets rented out. That's the thing I don't like. I pay good money to live here, and I have to deal with renters. Like, if I wanted to be around renters, I would go have an apartment. That sounds mean, probably, but I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I think I'm kind of surrounded by people who rent. Very few people actually own their home here. I don't even know how to pronounce that person. Hello, Nai. Yeah, anytime I hear them like arguing really loud outside, I'm calling the police. I'm not gonna let it pass anymore. Oh, you're talking about the old people? I don't know, Bombastic. Astra says I got yelled at by an elderly woman for driving my remote control car on her sidewalk. And she told me to drive it somewhere else. Was it her sidewalk or was it common area? Is Casanova here? Or someone else is doing the emojis? Older people have, they pay attention to everything because they probably aren't working, so they notice everything. Astra says, but I was still really confused by that, so I told my mother. My mother talked to her. She told my mother she has cancer. Oh no, and then she passed. Yeah, this one lady would get upset when my son would put his basketball court out, and it's movable, so my son wouldn't keep it out there. He would bring it into the garage and then take it out just to play, and she would be upset about that. I'm like, what is wrong with him having it out and he puts it back? There are some people who are not supposed to keep their basketball thing out all the time, which if we were those people, I could understand her being upset. But thankfully, she moved, so we don't have to worry about her. Okay, that's what I was thinking, Astro. It was like for anybody to walk on. Bubasa says, but does that give the person the right to talk smack? I don't think so. Mm-mm. Yeah, it doesn't matter what you're going through. If that's a public sidewalk, then it's public. Oh, wow. Yeah, some people are, they might gripe over petty things. You know, there's just too many things that you see people going, what's the word? I don't want to say crazy, but there too many people. You never know if they're on drugs, so that's why I would rather call the police than not. Whenever there's a commotion across from me, old lady chick, get back to watching Love It or List It. And Mubasa says, I know the old man carry hidden something. Asha says, I obviously didn't say that, but I wanted to. Mubasa says, no, older Karen go back to watch Murder She Wrote. Asher says, and now I'm a little sad that she passed. Oh, people with illnesses change. Mm-hmm. That's true. Um, I went to my HOA meeting, which they have it quarterly, and I was the youngest person there. Everybody else that was there was like older, retired. Um, Actually, there was a guy that walked up, two guys that came late. I don't even know what their names were because they came in late. One of them, he walks around the neighborhood like for exercise. And I've never seen him up close, but he always wears like army type attire. Y'all, he has, I think, like a security vest, or what is that called? A bulletproof vest, probably. And he has his gun right in his vest. And I'm like, seriously? I would think anyone can take that out. Like, that didn't seem like a safe place for it. Bostic says, a neighbor of mine recently passed away, but when we first met, he hated me and wanted to beat me up. Then he became friends with me. Asher says, my great grandma didn't change a whole lot. Oh, that's right about the time you started watching my live stream, Astro. I remember when you had gone to visit your grandma. Yes, hope she's resting in peace. Yeah, he walks around with the vest and like those fisherman type hats, but it's all camouflage pattern, the green camo. And that was the first time I was up close to him, was at the HOA meeting. So yeah, he walks around with a gun. I'm going to move because I thought this phone was pretty charged, but it's already starting to get low. So let me move to my charger. Oh, plus I needed to get up and move as well. Yeah, it's some kind of vest. Yeah, I'm like, dude, you're not in a war zone. Like, why are you walking around like that? But he walks every day though. I see him pass down my street every day. But yeah, I really don't talk to my neighbors at all. I try to say hello and try to be nice, but nobody really wants to conversate. The neighbors that I used to kind of have conversations with, they put their house up for sale, so I don't know who's gonna move in. The other night, I left when I went to go pick up my son, and I did the nighttime or the parking lot live. When I left, I noticed one of my neighbors had their trunk up. And then when I came back, which was what, an hour later, their trunk was still open. So I told my son, I'm going over there to tell them, they left their trunk up. He's like, just close it for them. I was like, no, because I don't want them to think I'm taking anything. So I knocked on their door, and introduce myself. I'm like, I'm Vanessa. I live across the street, and I noticed that your trunk has been open. And I was like, I didn't want to close it because I don't know if there's alarm or whatever. So I did my good deed for that day. Are they older or younger? Um, are you talking about the neighbors that I did talk to? Hey, Genesis. How are you? Okay, so the neighbors that I did talk to, I believe they were just a little bit older than me. They were the gay couple, the lesbian couple that I guess were married. And the older one, she would always tell me that I was beautiful. She's like, "You're so beautiful." I was like, "Oh, thank you." Um, yeah, Genesis, how are you doing? Buster says, Vanessa, when I see a trunk open, I tell the manager and ask her to watch me as I close the trunk. Oh, where you work, where you live at. Yeah, that would make sense. Okay, so I'm going to tell you guys something. This is not good, but I'm telling you guys because I'm pretty open. The neighbors across the street that cause a lot of problems. There was a time I know they left their car door open. I did not go and tell them. I was like, Lord, please forgive me, but I don't want to, I don't want to deal with them. Oh, you scared me. A beautiful teal house by the lake. Oh, that makes me think of the Sandra Bullock's Lakeside House. Is that what it's called? Lake House? Genesis is catching up. She says, so happy that Astra is getting baptized. Genesis, Vanessa, that was nice of you. They left their trunk open. They must have had a lot of on their mind. Yeah. You know, when people are good and nice, I'm good and nice back. I know I should be the bigger person and I should have went and told the other house that they left their door open, but they are just so drama that I didn't want to. Ashley says, Vanessa, I have to tell you something so cool yet. I was at a movie premiere on Wednesday. Wow. A movie premiere. Is it like a special invitation to go? Bombastic says, every time I pass by the lake, I see that house and I like it. And today it was a for rent sign. So you going to inquire about renting it, Bombastic? Astra says, my sister's in that movie. Oh, wow. That is so cool, Astro. That is so cool. Yes, you'll have to let us know how it goes, Astro. So Bombastic notices things and lets her roommate know because you don't want to interact with the people. Astro says it's a soccer movie and she actually had a lot of lines. Oh, how cool. Where are you going, child? When were you deciding to ask?
Right now.
You have the house key? You're driving over there? Well, be careful. Love you. Oh, goodness. This kid. Bombastic, if you can see it and believe it, it will happen. I believe one day you will have your house on the lake to enjoy and live peacefully. Oh, that is so cool, Astro. Oh, thank you, Genesis, for the compliment. Bombastic says, Amen, Genesis. I do believe someday I would get my free land and house. Nice. Ashley says she was the goalie in the movie. She was wearing neon green and was the tallest one. Well, if I have the opportunity to see it, I will, Astro. Jewel London, if you see that name. Astro's so proud of his sister. How cool. I'll have to keep a lookout for it. Blue Russian. Oh, how cool. Genesis, I got a question for you. Okay, let's see what the question is. Oh, that'll be cool, Astro. Well, back then people had babies at a young age. Um, I think I know, but I'll see if anybody else answers. She is a nonchalant kind of person. I'm going with 14. But we'll see what someone else says. Boombastic, the question. I'll give you my honest answer. I really don't care. So I've never looked into it or thought about it. Okay. I might be taking my child somewhere, you guys. Hold on. I'll let you know. I might have to leave. Okay. Blade says round. Astra says round. I think it's round only without doing any research. Because how does the sun come from one spot, go to the other, and then do it all over again? It has to, like, same with the moon. That's the most thought I've given it. um, you. So Genesis, the question is: are we on flat land or round? You need a ride, baby? Oh, this Brody's truck? He needs to get charged. Oh, okay. Blue Russian cat. They're majestic. Oh, let me pull up Blue Russian. Oh, so they're like a grayish color, gray blue, I guess. I believe. Thank you. Okay, Genesis going with round. Moses says Astro because of the word of God says it's flat. The chasm and he put over the earth is the wrong part. Oh, cool! You've got a new keyboard. Round part. Um, you guys, I need to go to the restroom real quick. I'll be right back, okay? I'm gonna go mute All right, I'm back. Firmament. Above the circle of the earth. Genesis says, John 26:10. He hath compassed the waters with bounds until the day and night come to an end. This shows a separation of light and darkness for the cycle of day and night. Okay. Did they get it started? Interesting conversation. The firmament was broken during the Great Flood. If the earth is flat, we wouldn't have any time change during the day. We wouldn't have any day and night. Does it work now, baby? I'm charging that starter just in case. Um, okay, who's in front of my house now? That's, yeah, somebody else. There's two other people that come on here and they tell me that we're flat. And I'm like, how on earth can the sun do what it does if we're on flat land? I just could not imagine that. Oh, Astro, could that also be tied to the rainbow? Would we have a rainbow if the land was flat? You leaving, babe? Are you going or just hanging out? You know, they say that there's that one show, Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader or something like that? Yeah, those are things I know you learn. And it does come in handy at certain times. Yeah, the people that keep saying the land is flat, I just cannot imagine how does the sun get from one side to the other if it's flat. But I think they tried saying it's like the sun goes, I don't know. I don't know who Drago says he is. I don't know. Janice has got another opinion, another vote. Astro says if the Earth was flat, wouldn't all the other planets in the solar systems be flat? If we study the Bible, it also says it's round, so I believe the Bible. Drago is from island Madeira, Portugalia. I don't know where that is. Okay, if the land was flat, wouldn't it take a long time to travel from, okay, which continent is like furthest? Do you know what I mean? Wouldn't that be a long flight if we're flat? I don't know. Can a frisbee be a sphere? A frisbee has a curve. A frisbee isn't a frisbee because if it doesn't have that curvature. So it's somewhat of a sphere. Okay, Astra's saying other planets are round. Son, do you think we're round or flat land? This is our conversation right now.
Round or flat land?
Yeah, is Earth flat or round?
Round.
I don't think my son's ever thought about it, but he says round. Remember, the enemy has distorted time. And Drago says, I will write a big heart. Astro says, we can all agree that the Earth is 8,000 miles long. If it was flat, wouldn't it be longer than that? Yes, that's what I'm thinking too. Genesis it says circle sphere, not a frisbee sphere, so it's not a circle if it's a frisbee. Circle sphere. Where do the people from the Bermuda Triangle go? Where the aliens are down under. I don't know. I did see something that says aliens need a water source all the time. The UFOs. So that's what my guess is. I'm not being serious. That serious, y'all. You think movie stars are playing dead? I know you've said that before, Bombastic. Astro says, speaking of the ocean, if the earth was flat, the ocean wouldn't be deep. Mm. It goes pretty far down, yeah. I don't love Star Wars, and I don't like Star Wars either. I'm not a Star Wars fan. Nope. Genesis says a few hundred years ago, people started saying flat Earth, but those claims can be refuted. They have studied Earth enough to know it's a circle. Yeah, there's something with even when the pyramids were made, they were talking about how gravity played a part with the pyramids. Don't ask me the details of that, but there's a lot of things that gravity. Does that have anything to do with this conversation? I don't know. Astro says it goes over 37,500 feet down. Bombastic still has her Ewok. Astro loves Star Wars. Bombastic says the pyramids were made by the giants of then. Astro says that if the earth was flat, the sky isn't real then. Interesting. Interesting thought there. You'll be surprised with the technology they're using if anything is real nowadays. Okay, let me ask you this question, Boombastic. Why would an actor or any person fake their death and choose to live in this unknown, hidden area? Like, what do you think would be the reasoning for that? Astro says, and if it was flat as well, how come the end of it from outer space is so smooth? How come the sky keeps on going when you are just out of field of view? Drago says, Vanessa, you look like Princess Leia from the Star Wars trilogy. Oh, with my hair like this? I do know who you're talking about. Yeah. Because I think she has little tails or something like that. Because we live in one big stage and actors are the fallen angels, play many characters in its agenda. You don't really look like Leah that much, to be honest. I think it's just the hair. Yeah, I don't think I look like her either, but maybe my hairstyle. No offense taken. So it's the hairstyle. Oh, Genesis, you guys are eating late. Or what time is it for you? Astro says, Princess, they are taking our troops. We need to do something. Hmm. Oh, yes. More power to you, Genesis. You know, lately I have been wanting hamburgers. Well, I have a cheeseburger, but I think they got that working outside. My son's friend came to pick him up, I guess, to go out, but his truck stopped working right as soon as he stopped at our house. So my son's out there helping him figure out what's wrong. Dinner at night. Actually, I shouldn't talk. Sometimes I have dinner past noon. Where are they going? They're all leaving. Yeah, it looks like my child. They got it figured out. Happy to have met you. I hope you will be queen soon. Queen of what, Drago? Genesis says, I got some ground beef, mixed some salt and pepper, and have an egg in it, and made nice patties. Oh, cool. Yes. Y'all, what did I eat for dinner? I ate dinner kind of early. I had chicken, salad, and macaroni and cheese, which was not healthy, but um, someone grab Bombastic's hand before she grabs it. Genesis says Astro Productions now. We had dinner at around 8, but he's up late and wanted a little snack. At McDonald's, Darth Vader is handing out cheeseburgers. Okay, let me tell y'all something that was so cool speaking of hamburgers. I went to Burger King on my way when I was getting my car service, which is somewhere far from here. And their order, and I did a short on it, their order window screen, you know, everything is electronic and has movement, but it was so cool. It was almost like looking at a little video play out because they were advertising for how to train your dragon, and it caught my attention when I saw something move. I'm trying to see where my kid's going, y'all. And then when I got up closer, It was so cool. But to me, the Burger King burgers are so good. Sometimes you gotta take care of your stomach. Genesis says Boombastic, yes, $10 bucks of ground beef and 12 burgers came out of it. Better than getting a Big Mac and way cheaper. I am trying to do my best with cutting out takeout as well, Genesis. I think I've been doing pretty good. I'm averaging to I'm eating out once a week instead of eating out several times a week. And it is definitely cheaper. And I'm trying to make it healthier, but for me, it's more about saving money. Genesis Draco Atomic, those burgers better come with a side of force. And then Genesis says, your son is a good friend to go out with there and help. Yes, he's always helping. He's like, Mom, can you please? Because I have a truck. And one time his friend was stranded and they needed to move their car so that at school so that they could lock up the school. He's like, can you please come and pull my friend out? And so I did. I was like, I'll be right there, child. When he's helping someone, I'm all about stopping what I'm doing as well. Asha says those burgers better have red lightsaber colored ketchup. And then Boombastic says Lowe's hamburger sounds shady. Lowe's hamburger? Those. Oh. Genesis says yes, Burger King had a barbecue char smoke flavor and Wendy's. Yeah, I'm thinking it's much healthier at home. I hope. Okay, so my son went to his friend's house. It's only about a quarter of a mile away, so he's very close. That's what I like when he's close by. Asha says he's gonna head out. Yes, have a wonderful baptismal tomorrow. Jesus is King. Amen. Krista is here. Good morning. I sent you a message. Oh, yes, it'll be every Saturday at 10 o'clock my time. It's going to be every Saturday for the rest of the year. I'm making a huge commitment for this. Thanks, Genesis, for saying I'm a great mom. Cool Cat is here. I have not seen you in a while. Cool Cat. Oh, look what I'm wearing. My brother gave me this shirt. Boombastic says, I love barbecuing outside. The other day, I took my mom to the park and made hamburgers on the grill. Oh, that's fun. That sounds so fun. Krista, what's going on? Genesis, Cool Cat, welcome. Yep, I've got to keep track of my child. Krista says, good. I was feeling so bad. I know, Krista. I was like, where is Krista? You guys, I'm going to go lock my doors because my child is gone now. I'll be right back. All right. Yeah, and it's recorded, Krista. Like you can watch it. This morning's session. Genesis says Astro. Amen. Jesus is King. Krista says hi, Blue. Hello, Astro. Hello, Genesis. Oh, the omelet dog is there. Genesis says Blue. That's a great day out. I should do that with my mom. Oh, Bombastic said that. Do you guys do a lot of those things, Bombastic? You and your mom? Eli is here. Thanks for coming in to say hello, Eli. Genesis says, be safe. You need a dog to guard the house. Genesis. Yes, she is. So I'm thinking whenever I do my Saturday morning live stream, it's 8 p.m. your time, Krista, is what I'm thinking. So when it was 10 here, it was 8 your time. But you guys, I woke up early today. I think I was excited about that live stream. I don't know what it was, but then I'm like, can I just start this earlier because I'm awake early? And I was like, no, because I said 10 o'clock. Since really nobody showed up, I wonder if 9 o'clock works better instead of 10 a.m. I don't know. Let's see. I'm getting off now too. It's 12:30. Oh, thank you for hanging out with us, Genesis. Yes, love you too. May you have a beautiful, blessed day tomorrow. Or I guess for you, it's today. I'm still in yesterday for you. Bassa says, yes, I try to take her on drives also to the lake, things like that. That is so cool. Yeah, when my mom was alive, she was my best friend. We used to do everything together. Krista says, I felt so bad missing it. My friend brought omelet at that time. Yes, Genesis, I started a series this morning. It was my first video of about Proverbs 31 woman and blending in that 31 prayers for my future husband book. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. Yeah, it's because it's a public live. There was 2 guys that showed up towards the end. I tried to put up the notification that as soon as they popped into the live, it would say this is for women only, but they probably didn't even read it. Oh, thanks, Genesis. Yeah, it's every Saturday morning from now for this year. But I'm glad I did wake up early because I put my little opening prayer together and I put a lot of thought into it. And then I put my agenda together this morning, so it'll be the same format every week. Later, Genesis. Yeah, I get to sleep up late. Sleep up late. I'll probably be staying up late because my child is out. Even though I'll be yawning over here, I'm gonna be up late. Krista. Omelet doesn't sleep on the ground. That is too funny. That's a good one. She scrambled him. Oh my goodness, we were talking about food and now I want to eat, y'all. Oh, and when you went to the bathroom, he follows you everywhere. Oh wow. Do you still have the cats, Krista? Casanova is eating right now, and it is later than here. You know what? I could make a bacon tomato avocado sandwich because I don't have lettuce. I don't need to though. She goes in there when you're in the shower. Casanova, how are you? Well, I think it was last Saturday you were also eating late when you had your, was it Wendy's or something? Burger King? I can't remember. Trisha says yes, both of them. Omelette has been here quite often, and because he is smaller than the cats, he ignores them, and they are fine. Oh my, this, okay, this would be a perfect time to drive to Burger King, my favorite burger place, and get a burger at night with my significant other. It would be beautiful right now. Or to just make one at home. Casanova says I have my baconator with chicken nuggets and 2 orders of French fries. Oh my goodness. Casanova, you and I would get along because over food we would definitely get along. No, Krista. I'm thinking it would be nice, but I'm not going. You know what I like to order when I go to Wendy's? Because that's where they have the Baconator, right? I like to order the $5 meal with the bacon, the junior bacon cheeseburger. That's what I get. All right, Chris is gonna get her coffee. And I'm trying to be good, so I keep it small, small fries, small drink, and I give my nuggets to my son. And sometimes I give him the fries. I'm like, if you want my fries, have them, so that I eat less. Emma is here. What is the good news, Emma? Casanova says, if you don't hear from me in the comments for a while, it's because I'm making sure I don't burn my bacon. Oh, you're not just cooking for one. Okay. Casanova has company. Emma says, I'm going to Mexico on Monday for 2 weeks because it's my summer break. Oh, wow. Do you speak Spanish, Emma? I can't remember if I've asked you if you speak Spanish. I remember one summer we went to visit my dad's family in Mexico, and we made a lot of stops along the way. And my grandparents lived in a rancho. So it was like way out there. I don't even know exactly where we were. I'll have to ask my dad. But it was not city. And we went in my dad's truck and he had a camper on it. And there was like this one big dip. And we got stuck in there. It was muddy. Oh, I'm glad you're learning the Spanish, Emma. I mean, eventually we got out, but that was an experience. I think that was the same trip that we also went to Rocky Point. And I remember I had an incident there. My mom had ironed all the clothes for the day, and we were packing up to leave from the Rocky Point area. And I think I still have it. I got burned somewhere. I picked up the iron, not realizing that it had been on, and it touched my skin. Oh, it blistered up, and I had a scar for the longest time. I think it finally went away. But yeah, I had a little scar there for the longest time. That was such an interesting trip. And I want to say on that same trip, we were getting wet. Please tell me somebody else has done this. Like where there's a water pump and it's just out in the middle of nowhere. But whoever we were with, I mean, they obviously knew where this was. And so we were getting wet in there. And I remember getting out and I got another scar. I scraped my finger, my knuckle on the cement. I wonder if it finally went away. It's on one of my knuckles. That was like the most memorable trip to Mexico I had. So many little memories that happened. Thank you, Rufus. I've never seen you here before, but thank you. Casanova is still listening. Emma says she's going to go because I have to wake up early tomorrow. Have a safe, fun trip. Emma, God bless you. Yeah, that was so memorable for me. I think that was also the first time I heard about Llorona, the story. They were telling us all kinds of ghost stories when we went to Rocky Point. I was scared. I don't remember how old I was, but I remember I was very scared. All right, who is here? It looks like there's only one person. Um, I'll just wait for somebody to comment because I feel like I'm here by myself. All by myself. Don't wanna be all by myself anymore. I need to charge my regular phone. Oh, Boombastic's here. Yay. Casanova is here. Yay. Boombastic, do you ever go to Mexico? What about Casanova? Have you ever been to Mexico? It's been a long time. Boombastic doesn't like Mexico. Now I'm making me some devil. Look at Casanova. I was thinking about boiling some eggs today too. Yeah, I was thinking about that. I like to have boiled eggs just ready in the fridge. My son might snack on them, or I might decide to mix it in with my tuna. I might decide to make myself an egg salad. All right, Boombastic's going to her truck. Casanova, do you get the munchies or what? Okay, Casanova's never been. Yeah, we would go like once a year when I was a little kid. During summer mainly. Of course, if there was a funeral, like if someone passed, we would go. I remember when we went to my grandmother's funeral, we were all at the funeral home, and people drive crazy. People had parked all around us, like they had no respect for parking spaces. Casanova is eating good for the soul. And so, uh, anytime we were blocked in because we were ready to leave the funeral home, I remember my guy cousins, uncles, whatever, they had to literally pick up cars, move them out of the way so that we could leave because there was no order of how people were parking. And so we were just getting, people were just getting barricaded in. I was like, I had never seen that before. So that was quite an experience that time. Oh, but I won't go unless I have a passport, and I don't now that I'm older and I don't have a passport. So I have not been to Mexico in a while. And my dad's family has a family reunion every year, usually in October, and I have not been there for a while. They don't know my son. They see him through Facebook, but my family in Mexico has never met my son in person. I feel bad. And for that reason alone, I do want to go over there so he can see my dad's family. But we just haven't haven't done that. Casanova is cracking me up. Eating, like I'm seriously thinking about making myself a hamburger because I have the frozen hamburger patties and you just cook them up it the way I do it, I do six. Of course, get the pan real hot and just cook 6 minutes on one side and 6 minutes on the other, and it's good. It's good to go. Oh, I'm going to message Krista because I almost forgot. A meet and greet in Mexico. No, I'm not going over there. I would have to go with a group of people. I'd have to have an entourage to go to Mexico. But no. Okay, Casanova's gonna clean up because he likes a clean kitchen. I'm just typing up a message real quick. Um, you can meet someone at a meet and greet. Okay, Casanova, have you ever seen the movie? Oh my goodness, what's a good movie? Have you watched The Accountant too? Do you like movies? The reason I'm asking because there's an actor that you kind of look like, and I'm wondering if anyone has ever told you. You kind of look like John Bernthal. You're down for a road trip? Oh, that would be fun. Yes, that movie with Ben Affleck. So the brother, that's who I think you kind of look like. Has anybody ever told you that? Hello, Big Don. By the way, that's a good movie. I watched it yesterday. All right, who else is here? My hair is quite not long enough, and so it's like coming out at the end here. It's unraveling. Okay, you kind of look like Ben Affleck's brother in the movie. Has anybody ever told you that? Okay. My child's at McDonald's. Speaking of food, he's over there getting his chow on. I made him food here. I have to save it for him for later. Daryl, you're on here. I don't think I've ever seen you on here this late. Well, a few times. How's it going, Daryl? Ooh. Whenever I do put makeup on, my eyes get more tired. It's so weird. So I'm feeling very sleepy right now because I put on some eye makeup. All right, y'all. Nobody's really coming on. Everybody's being quiet. Um, I think I'm going to end this live. I've been on for, oh my goodness, almost 3 hours. Almost 3 hours. Uh, yeah, I'm going to end here. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you all have a wonderful night. And I'll do my morning time Bible live but I won't go on again until Monday. So I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I send y'all peace and love. Know that Jesus Christ loves you the most. See you next time.